Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back again for another installment of us reacting to the goofy things that Amberlynn Reid is doing. And by goofy, I mean like weird and quirky. And by quirky, I don't mean quirky at all, I mean weird, because she's a weird girl. And I'm loving this current installment where she's out and about doing her 10 days of vlogging and doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? She is doing things. Now, one thing I seem to get a lot of questions about on the last, and by I got them, I think people just had them for Amberlynn, but they watched through my video, so they commented on my video situation type of deal. But a lot of people had so much questions about, like, the staying with friends and Eric and Ricky. A lot of things come up about, like, the people think it's, like, disrespectful that she continues to be friends with Eric and Ricky because Eric and Ricky were Becky's friends and whoever, whatever. I don't know. I mean, honestly, Eric and Ricky are their own adult human beings, and if they want to be friends with Amberlynn, they can, like, continue to be friends with Amberlynn. Like, if anything, I think it would be more disrespectful for them to be friends with her than it would be for her to be friends with them. That's my opinion. But I know a lot of people feel several types of ways about that. And then a lot of people are like, what adult human spends the night at their friends, like, having a sleepover and stuff like that all the time? And I honestly think that the only reason she stays over is because they live a significant enough amount away from Eric and Ricky that, like, especially if they're staying there really late at night, like, it probably doesn't make sense to drive all the way home. So I think that that's probably what is happening there. For people who don't know, like, they live, like, a couple hours away from Eric and Ricky. Which I also just am like, when are you going to find friends in your own city? Like, it's fine to have friends that live other places, but, like, don't you want people you can interact with that live where you live? I don't know. Neither here nor there. That's my bigger question. Like, listen, I have friends all over the country, to be honest with you, that I met through grad school, college, whoever, whatever. But what I'm not trying to do is have all of my social interaction take 2 hours to travel to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also just want to be friends with somebody that lives somewhere where I can hop on the bus or the train and go hang out with them. But I've spent way too much time on Eric and Ricky, who won't even let Amberlynn film them. So let's just get into today's video, which is gaining weight on the weekend, what I ate in a day, and I think it should be daily vlogging challenge day 3. So let's get to.
Hello, good morning. So welcome to day 3. I don't know why I said 5.
I was like, why are you holding up your full hand if it's day 3?
Day 5. Welcome to day 3 of weigh-ins, what I ate today, step count, daily vlogging. Welcome. So I'm still at my friend's house. I stayed the night. I did bring my scale. I remember to do it because I'm taking that shit seriously.
So goofy. Somebody pointed this out in my comments, and it was a thought I had as well. Why not just wait and weigh yourself once you get home? Why bring your whole ass scale when you could just wait and weigh yourself when you get home? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
We're doing these 10 days. And sadly, I weighed in at 494.4. So I'm going to show right here the last 3 days of my daily weigh-ins. You know, I understand why I gained weight because when I'm in the car for long periods of time, my lymphedema does swell. There's a lot of water retention, but I had a lot of sodium yesterday.
Well, also, it's like you're weighing yourself daily. There's going to be fluctuation. I don't know how to tell her how many times we've had this conversation, but it's just like when you weigh yourself day to day, going back and forth a pound or two is not unusual. And you can't let yourself get hung up on that. I mean, also, yeah, you did eat a lot of sodium, whoever, whatever, but it was just one day. It was just one day, bestie. Keep going.
So the mixture of those things, I totally get it. Not gonna lie, on the weekends, I usually gain weight due to how much I'm in the car because that is like the most that I spend in the car. And I do swell a bit in the car. It is what it is. I'm not gonna be ashamed of it.
Bestie, first of all, I I don't know that, like, that's a weekend specific thing. That feels goofy, but also this is what I'm saying. This is why you need friends that live closer. This is why I'm saying, why not find some friends you don't have to travel 2 hours one way every weekend to go hang out with? Let's try that challenge.
It's my story. It's my journey. So anyways.
That's my story. Oh, that's my story. I'm a bad singer, but I'm still a little bit congested from COVID, which makes me even worse. So I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to sing that song. But that's an old country, 90s country song. I don't even know if I could tell you who sings it.
I'm actually wearing 2 different earrings right now because...
So quirky.
I'm trying to decide, do I want to wear these hearts?
So quirky.
Or do I want to wear red hoops?
A little quirky girl.
I see both of them on.
I think the heart one is so tacky.
I'm gonna go with the hearts.
I think, and of course that's the one she picks. I think she got those from Target. I vaguely recall her hauling those heart earrings, and I think I said they were tacky then as well. Because I think she got them from Target, and they were on sale post, like, Valentine's Day. Is this adding up for anybody else? I don't have a great memory, so I could be wrong. I could be.
I'm just wearing all black today. I got my new cardigan on. I'm also deciding.
That's not all black, though, because you got cherries.
Do I want to wear my hair down or in a side braid? I'm thinking...
What do y'all call that thing that she was just holding? I just saw some people arguing on Twitter about what that was. I would call it a hair tie, but a lot of people call it all kinds of other things.
My friends fell asleep. My girlfriend fell asleep. I was not tired at all. It was like 3 a.m. and I was just like staring at the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
So I finished this book.
Oh, God. Please just let her say, I liked it, I didn't like it. I don't need any more plot details about this Christopher Pike book. I really don't. I don't need to know the plot. I just let me know if you liked it. Let me know what you liked about it. I don't need to know the plot. Let's get this part done real quick. She didn't like it. She hated it.
The first half was good, the second half wasn't. Like, spoiler alert, again, Whisper of Death by Christopher Pike.
Can you give us a timestamp at least of where I need to go to skip over this bullshit?
It's about these 5 teenagers.
You literally just told me this yesterday. Well, you posted the video on, I don't know, 2 days ago. But I literally just watched you tell me what the plot of this was yesterday. I don't need you to repeat it.
They're like 18. They're the last people on Earth.
Uh-huh.
Why? So that was fun. Like, why? What is happening?
Why? What is happening right now? Why are you telling me this? Okay, that book report was even worse than any of the other book reports she's ever given, because every single statement she made about the book, she ended it with a question mark. You know, when she does that, like when she goes, I don't know, when she says, and the friend was pregnant, it was like she didn't know if she read the book or not.
Moving on to this one, which is...
Somebody said they liked this book.
Catherine McGee.
Somebody in my comments said they enjoyed the 13th floor or whatever. Is that what it's called?
So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. So I think I'm going to go braid my hair.
All right.
And I will catch up with you guys.
But did you shower today? Before you braid your hair, did you want to tell us if you showered today? I don't care if you did or didn't, but I'm just curious because you have been letting us know every day.
Okay, so... The first thing I ate on this day here was a homemade from my friend.
Homemade? A homemade that?
Muffin. I'm not much of a muffin gal unless it's like chocolate or chocolate chip.
Of course.
So the very, very unhealthy ones.
Of course.
But this was so good, and the fact that it was homemade, love that.
I love muffins made by hoes, personally.
And the calories came out to 210.
So, a little update. We took a nap. a 3-hour nap at my friend's house. I set my alarm for 2 hours, and I pressed snooze for an hour. So that was the situation. But thankfully, they napped as well. So right now, we are actually about to go to Goodwill because we have a bag of clothes.
If you start Dumpgate 2022 all over again, where you just leave it outside, sitting on the curb, I can't do that storyline again. I can't do that. I can't do Dumpgate again. Unless it's a different kind of dump, you know? unless they're talking about some scat or something. I could get into that, but I don't know about this type of Dumpgate.
We might actually go into Goodwill. I have not been into a Goodwill, and I can't even tell you how long.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. The only thing I've ever, truly bought from a Goodwill was books. But that was years ago when I lived in Virginia, and now thinking about it kind of gives me the creeps. Because,
why?
I don't like going to libraries.
Why? Because you know the shit you just dump off at your Goodwill? Is that why?
Or because, everyone's touched the books. I don't like buying used books as much as I used to. It just kind of creeps me out because people read on the toilet. Let's be real. You know how many books you've probably held from the library that someone literally put their diarrhea on? Don't even know it.
Don't think about it so much. And we are going into that other kind of Dumpgate situation type of deal. By her talking about taking a poo while you're reading a book, we're getting dangerously close to that territory.
Oh, Goodwill's over here, baby.
Baby. Baby, you're such a good driver. Baby, turn left to go to the Goodwill, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was vlogging. I wasn't paying attention.
Baby,
she doesn't know the ways of the world. But, I don't know what that meant. Goodwill.
Here we are.
All right.
If she dumps it off on the side of the building.
So there's a little clothing donation. Section. Yes.
Wow. Way to go. Way to put it where it's supposed to be, bestie. I'm so proud of you. You've learned so much.
Wow.
Oh, we got music. Hey, ooh, this is new music. Pump it up, we're shopping at Goodwill. Oh, ow. Gotta get Hey, yes. Ooh. This is all. I don't even care what she's showing us right now. Herself. Wait, what was the bandage? Did she have? Oh, that was a Fitbit. Why did I think that was a Band-Aid? It was a Fitbit. Hey, thank you for this. That was such a great shot. Did you see that shot? Should we go back? Just a shot of. You don't even get to see the clothes she's looking at. Just a zoomed in shot of some hangers. Cinematographer Lynn, what are we doing here? What was the purpose of this shot? I would like to know. This could be Oscar winning, but I just need to know a little bit more. And also, how is she gonna be like? I feel so weird about getting used books from places because you don't know who's touched that. You don't know if they've been taking a shit. But look at her coming in here and touching shit. You're so concerned about where other people have touched things, but you're out here going and touching all these things. You're contributing to the problem.
Okay, so the next thing I am eating
Starbies.
is a venti chai tea from Starbucks, which is...
Also, saying chai tea is redundant because chai is literally tea. That's like what it means.
350 calories, and then...
I guess it does say chai tea on her drink, though. It does say chai tea, if I'm reading that correctly.
And here is a birthday cake pop, which is 170 calories. So
there we go.
Okay, so the next thing I ate was lunch. The top picture is how it looked before I ate it. Bottom picture is how it looked.
Where'd you get this from?
I had tons left over, but from what I did eat, it was 630 calories. So this was a shrimp and crab Alfredo pasta. Wasn't the best thing I've ever had.
Okay.
It honestly wasn't even that good. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
But,
okay.
It's okay.
And you still ate it. You still ate this.
As an appetizer, it was like these weird mozzarella situation type deals. And up top, you can see that's how it looked. But on the bottom, you can see that I only took a small piece of one, which I totaled it to 300 calories because...
I don't want to sit here and critique the way she is or isn't counting calories, but the only thing I'll say is none of it's adding up for me. None of it's adding up for me, if I'm being honest with you.
Because cheese can be kind of hefty on the calories.
It sure can.
I like to overestimate.
I fucking love cheese. I can tell you that as a fact.
It was this place where they had Mexican and Japanese food. So as like a little moment, I wanted to try my first street taco ever. So I had half of a steak street taco. Absolutely obsessed. Now I know what I'm going to be eating.
What kind of place is selling Japanese and Mexican food? What are y'all doing in Kentucky? What are y'all doing there? Listen, not to say that is it possible to have like Japanese Mexican fusion or like places that have those things. I think that that's like truly, absolutely possible, for real, for sure. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I would trust that from somewhere in Kentucky, I guess is all I'm saying.
Photo is, oh, by the way, the street taco remainder, that's like the remainder of what I had left over.
Yes, I love looking at your half-eaten food.
But the top photo is what my food looked like when I first got it. Bottom photo is how much that I had left over. So this is like hibachi. It is a steak and vegetable situation type deal with some rice underneath it. I only ate about half, but all of it that I did eat came out to over 1,000 calories.
You started off this video talking about how eating all of the food out and all the sodium and all of that, like, made you gain water weight. Like, why didn't you just, like, drive home for the day and, like, as a reflection on all the things you ate, like, be like, oh, you know what? That negatively impacted my goals, like, negatively impacted what I wanted to do. Based on her words herself, right? Like, she said that it was all the stuff that she ate yesterday that like, negatively impacted her. Why would you then go on day 2? I mean, I know that's how this works. Maybe I don't want what I eat in a day because it all just baffles me. It is so fascinating to me that this is, like, her life. Okay.
I'm sure people are like, oh my god, that doesn't look like it would be over 1,000 calories for what you did eat.
I know.
But the reason why is because from the bottom picture, I want to say about 2 hours later, I did end up eating like a little bit more of that. Because I was a little bit more hungry, obviously.
I also don't know how you got to 1,066 calories, though, is the thing. Like, regardless of how much you did or didn't eat, like, how is that the number you landed on? I just, like, those are the questions I have. And, like, that's just the reality of, like, eating out, right? Like, going and eating from other places, it's harder to know, like, specifically what you are or are not putting in your body. And when you cook at home with, like, whole foods and your own ingredients, it's easier to get the exact amount of stuff that you're putting into your body because you know everything that you're putting in. You can weigh it out. You can measure it out, you know? Like, who knows what things they put in there. You could be like, oh, I probably had like a cup of broccoli. I'm just saying broccoli because it's one of the vegetables I can for sure identify from there, right? You don't know what they cooked that broccoli in. You don't know how much oil they added to it. You're never going to get it exactly right with takeout, and to that extent, like, I think it's fair that she doesn't have exactly right amounts for calories. Like, what things did she count for these meals, you know? How do you measure half of a street taco you got from a restaurant?
Okay, guys, so we are back home.
Back again.
Suffering with really bad anxiety right now.
Okay.
I have car anxiety. Definitely has gotten so much better because I thoroughly feel like she's just a great driver. and it helps. But I started hyperventilating in the car. I had a massive anxiety attack.
I definitely think your anxiety is valid, but here's another thing to put in the pro column of like when we're looking at pros and cons of finding friends that live in your city. Put in the pro column, you won't have to spend as much time in the car if you have friends that live nearby, you know? You won't have to spend every weekend driving to go see them.
But it wasn't because we were in the car. It's just I'm having a lot of anxiety and
I see.
I see. A lot of tears, a lot of fear, just like if you suffer with anxiety, then you understand.
Sure.
I'm just sharing this because normally this is something I would hide. Out of fear for judgment, I have shared past situations with my anxiety. Before talking about my panic disorder, I have filmed myself after an anxiety attack because I thought it was going to help myself, thought it was going to help others, and people just tore me apart because of it. There's a famous quote, mental things are scary. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, something I've said in the past. That people kind of made a mockery of.
Listen, in the past when she shared about things like, I don't know what this clip is, that I literally just pushed pause right before she shared it, but the thing that I remember the most that I don't even know that people made a mockery of it. People commented on the time where she was doing the 100 days of filming, and then she said, I have to stop doing this because like my mental health is just like absolute shit. And then she came back immediately the next day and was like, just kidding. And I think that that's one of the things I think about when people are like critical of her sharing mental health related items. I care a lot about mental health. Like mental health is something I've struggled with for like my whole life, and I don't doubt in any kind of way that Amberlynn doesn't have some mental health challenges. Like, I think it's very clear that she does. I think the part that she doesn't understand when it comes to people mocking her for it is that she has clickbaited and trolled the shit out of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has made them... Like, she says that she's, like, sharing, in the past she's shared to, like, share that part of herself, be vulnerable, etc. It's often come when she's in the middle of, like, trolling the shit out of people. And so it's just, like, that's why it's hard for people to take it seriously. Like, I do think it's important for us to talk about our mental health. And I think if she showed these things in a genuine way, not surrounded by all the nonsense, that people wouldn't mock her for it. There are all kinds of YouTubers who spend... And listen, don't compare me to other YouTubers, but there are all kinds of other YouTubers that do share very honestly about their mental health, and I think people take them seriously because their whole channel hasn't been built on trolling their audience, you know?
I feel like I need to actually share this because I need people to know that, like,
she's full.
Mental things is scary. Like, not being able to control, like, depression, being bipolar.
Also, the phrase mental things is scary, I think, by itself. Like, it's just... I think mostly people are talking about, like, your bad grammar there. I do recall this now that we're watching this all again.
Polar, and it's just, like, all those things, like, not being able to control your mind sometimes. Or your emotions or anything. It's one of the most scariest things in the world.
I agree.
In reality, I just feel like in the last year especially, I stopped being, like, as open as I can with you guys, and I'm trying, especially in these 10 days of videos, I am trying to talk to you guys more. I'm trying to make my content a little bit longer.
I will say I appreciate that, if nothing else. I do appreciate that. We have made it 11 minutes into this, and there hasn't been scratch art, stupid torrent hauls. Like, I feel like we're actually seeing more of what you do in a day-to-day basis, to some extent.
I've gotten messages from people reaching out to me saying, like, thank you for talking about your mental health. Thank you for talking about your excoriation disorder. Thank you for just opening up about random things because it helps me, etc. And that is literally a goal.
I think if she could focus, and listen, I'm a victim of this as well. Y'all know, even in recent history, sometimes I'll come on here and be like, Betty Pickles had this shit to say about me. And it's just like, sometimes you do just need to recenter and focus on the people who do come to your channel and say, like, I appreciate you did this. I think if she had done that from the beginning of time on her channel, she'd be in a different place. If she focused on the people that were there to, like, genuinely enjoy watching her. And I think that's a good reminder to all YouTubers, including myself.
I have ate one more thing since I last saw you guys. On the way home, I did get an Oreo McFlurry, but I only ate half. So it was 335 calories.
Interesting.
Today's calories are...
I'm curious about the, like, only eating half of things and stuff like that. Like, I feel like she's leaving it open for people to doubt her, which, like, who cares? It's really just her own truth, and it's like, whatever. It only impacts her. But I just feel like the only eating half of everything is probably leading to a lot of people being like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Embarrassing. It's horrible, but this is what we're going for here. For honesty, accountability, transparency.
Okay.
All of those.
You want accountability. Just remember that when everybody is in your comments being like, I'll believe you.
Wonderful words, okay? So I had 3,061 calories today.
Is that how much it really was?
And I liked this. I liked logging today because based on what I ate today, you know, I look like in the past I would not have logged the calories at all. I would have looked at it at a very different perspective than I am right now. Because with all my meals, I did not finish them. So if I wouldn't have counted my calories, I would be sitting here telling myself, wow, Amberlynn, you did really good. You didn't finish any of your meals. Like, I could see you losing weight tomorrow or losing weight within the next week.
Well, first of all, it's not a one-day thing. I just want to re-emphasize that. But also, like, I wonder how things would shift for her in the concept of logging if she didn't wait until the very end of the day to do this reflection, you know? Like, when I log food, I like to use it as, like, a tool to help me map out the rest of my day and make decisions throughout the rest of my day, you know? It helps that if I look and I see I had a really heavy lunch, that, like, I make the decision then of, hey, maybe tonight I'm not going to order out. Like, if Noel's like, hey, do you want to go out and eat somewhere? I might be like, hey, I had a really heavy lunch. Like, I probably need to just stay home and eat something a little bit lighter. I guess I say all of that to just question, like, what would it be like if she was looking at this log throughout the day to help her assess kind of, like, what food choices she wants to make for the rest of the day, you know? For me, it's just been informative to help me remember and have a remembrance, if you will, of what I ate in the past to help me make decisions for the rest of my day. Because, like, it feels like right now she's gotten to the very end of her day and she's like, oh my gosh, looking back at this day is going to help shape what I do for the next day. And not to say that can't help inform her decisions for the next day or that isn't helpful, but I do wonder if she started actively using it to make decisions throughout her whole day.
Oh yeah, it's like a really big misconception that, like, fat people, like, can eat so much at once. Like, speaking from my own experience, I do get full fast. I just like to eat a lot throughout the day, and it's just, like, constant, and, like, when I binge, that's when it's, like, really bad. But when I'm, like, hanging out with friends and stuff and we're, like, ordering food, like, we all order similar things and we all eat similar amounts, so I find it very just, like...
Also, when your friends are ordering that out, that's probably, like, the one time they're ordering out. We just watched you do 2 days of eating nothing but takeout. Like, you didn't have one home-cooked meal in the past 48 hours. Your friends are probably not doing that. And if they are doing that, it's like a once a day thing, a once a week thing, I think is what I meant to say, a once a month thing. They're not doing it every single day of the week.
Especially, like, everything I eat today is, like, practically the same shit that, like, everyone I was with ate today. So I pretty much counted calories for them as well. No excuse. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm proud that I didn't finish all of my meals because my calories would have obviously been doubled.
Sure.
Like, ma'am.
Okay, so I forgot to mention, I did take over 4,000 steps. And that was without even trying. I didn't even try. So
good
I thought that was kind of cool. And I burnt almost 5,000 calories. Like, well, okay. Look.
I don't know that the Fitbit's calorie burning information is entirely accurate, but go off, work.
Look at me being a boss. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I forgot to add that in, so I figured I would do a voiceover, which I will be doing a lot more frequently, you'll see.
I'm sure.
Sorry, I'm so sure. Is this like manic, Lynn? I don't know. I've been taking my medicine and being truly on track with that. So, I don't know. I didn't get much sleep last night. When that happens, I get kind of like slap happy. I get a little loopy. So I'm super excited to like hopefully get some like quality sleep tonight.
I hope you do. Yeah. We all deserve quality sleep.
Tomorrow for day 4, we're finally back home, so I can go more in like my routine. It's every weekend. I don't lose weight during the weekend. It's like during the week, lose some weight, gain it all back on the weekend.
I mean, honestly, if that's a concern of yours, then like reevaluate what you're doing every weekend, you know? Like like nobody says you have to do that over the weekend. Nobody says you have to order every single meal out and travel 2 hours back and forth in a car to go see your friends Eric and Ricky who don't live in the same city as you. Like, change it up.
I need to figure out how to stop that cycle. I'm gonna go now.
Stop going to Eric and Ricky's is what it sounds like. Like, I don't know, seems like you got your answer.
I am gonna cross my fingers for a better night. I want this anxiety to go away because this heaviness in my chest is not fun. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying my video so far with this whole like...
For sure.
What I ate today moments. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was an interesting video. The what I eat in a days I think are gonna be frustrating. I'm hoping now that she's not gonna be with her friends that we see maybe a little less takeout. Honestly, truly. Just because, one, it's not even like super interesting, but 2, like, I just want to, like, I want to see her cook something, you know? It's been so long since we got Chef Lynn. I would like to see her make something, cook something. I honestly don't really anticipate it happening because I feel like even when they do cook and eat at home, it's usually wifey that's preparing it. But I'm hoping we at least get some less takeout because honestly, that shit is boring, especially when it's just a picture with her voiceover on it. But 2, because I feel like that's what she wants to do, you know? It feels like she doesn't want to do this weekend shit that she's doing. I don't know. And I also just like want to help her find some friends in Kentucky and the city she lives in because it's gotta suck driving every weekend. I would hate to have to drive every weekend. Why don't her friends ever come to see her? Why don't Eric and Ricky ever come to see her? I would like to know that part, you know? They could also make the trip. And also, why do they have to, like, go out to eat when they go to see Eric and Ricky? Why not get together as friends and cook dinner? We have people all over all the time, and Noel, not me, cooks dinner for them. Why isn't that a thing? You know, there's so many ways we could break this cycle, and I would hope that she would show this video to Eric and Ricky and be like, hey, listen, if we come visit, I love hanging out with you. I love spending time with you. But could we cook some meals together? Like, what if I took us to the grocery store, bought all the ingredients, and then you and Ricky cooked us dinner? Because we know that they used to cook all the time on their channel. Just questions. Maybe I'm trying to make sense out of nonsense here. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video today. And if you did, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already and click the bell button so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave a comment, hit like, click share. Follow me on all my social media, which includes the Twitch and a gaming channel where I just started a new Stardew Valley playthrough. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!